He was on, of course, the post-cred pod, and he said that he would be interested. He would be interested in doing a Superman Red Son film with Henry Cavill. Do it, you cowards! Do it. Just do it. Why not? But now we have Matt Vaughn talking about Henry Cavill being Superman again. What? Not quite the way that, people would want him to return as Superman. But it was interesting. And I think, partially when it comes to him kind of pitching the idea of Henry Cavill returning as Superman, when it comes to the Elseworlds story of the Red Son, it is kind of interesting because, him and Mark Millar, they're besties. So it kind of makes sense given, who came up with this story right here. And a lot of people were kind of, making comments about it. He was on, of course, the post-cred pod, and he said that he would be interested. He would be interested in doing a Superman Red Son film with Henry Cavill. Do it, you cowards! Do it. Just do it. Why not? Bring Henry Cavill back in a certain kind of way. And a lot of Superman fans were like, yeah, that sounds kind of cool. Will it happen? Absolutely not. It wouldn't happen. I mean, they already have another Superman Elseworlds project that's going on, apparently. That's not going to happen either. But you know what's funny about that is the sad fact that people would actually go for this more than they go for this other J.J. Abrams Black Superman Elseworlds project. They would go for this way more than that. And I've always even said before this, I've said this like before James Gunn came in and was going to basically reboot this universe and bring this new DCU, I was always saying like, what DC should do that's different from Marvel is just adapt their great stories, their Elseworld stories, and just the stories. Nothing really connected. They could just adapt these stories, and you could still use the same actors if you wanted to. I always thought that would be a cool idea. It's like you didn't have to have everything be like super linear, and you could just have them play the characters, but play them in these specific stories. But naturally, I don't think the general audience would actually like that. I think when it comes to shared universes, that's what people like. Yeah, but has that been fucked out? I think it might. I mean, Marvel's probably fucked that out a little bit. It's been done so much. So why not just take a different approach where you just take the stories that you have, your Elseworld stories, and your just individual stories that people love so much, make those live action. Maybe eventually that's what they'll do. I don't know how keen Cavill would be to come back as Superman after everything that's happened. Maybe he just wants to stay away from Superman now with all the bullshit that he went through when it came to Superman, and now he's just like, nah, I'm trying to go for James Bond, and especially if he gets James Bond, there's no way that he would even want to come back to Superman.